Happy Monday, you beautiful working class people. Coming to you today to talk to you about something that I am noticing from a frightening amount of working class people. And, on the surface, it sounds like a good thing. But if you actually dig into it and pay attention a little bit, you realize it's a big negative and it's being used to really hurt the working class and kind of keep us down underneath the boot of the ruling class, which are the people who have all the money and sign our paychecks and treat us like garbage. And this thing I'm talking about is this power of positivity, or manifesting your destiny through positive energy bullshit. Because it sounds good and it works in a way. Because it sounds good because being positive, it sounds like a good thing. We're all drawn to like really positive, kind of cheery people. At least I know I am. Um, Somebody who's negative all the time and is defeatist acting and making it seem like we're screwed. Nobody wants to be around that. You want to be around positive people that are happy and pointing out the things that don't suck about life, because there's a lot of shit that sucks, especially in your working class life. So you want to be around people that kind of make you forget about that. And these super positive, cheery people definitely do that. Um, and they get rewarded for it, as any of us have seen at our job. Like, I mean, every place I've ever worked, I see these like super cheery, positive fucking morons get promoted and promoted and promoted. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this person's a fucking moron. Like, everybody here knows this. Like, how's this person getting promoted? And you notice the one thing they all have in common: they're all like super cheery and rah rah rah. You know, always act like they're like the Energizer Bunny of have been cheer. And that's what corporations reward. That's what the system rewards, especially at the lower levels, because you have to think about what these people are being positive about and what they're being rewarded for being positive about. You can manifest, a career change or a raise, or all this bullshit you hear people talk about all the time. Like, I want to have a bigger house, so I'm going to manifest it. Yeah, you can do that by being positive about a system that's exploiting fucking your fellow working class people. If you're cheery about that, kind of like during slavery, if you were always speaking fondly of massa, guess where you ended up? In the house, doing the non-manual labor stuff, outside of the sun, maybe getting to eat a little better, maybe even got to sleep in the house. Whoa. But if you maybe weren't so positive about being a slave, then you got kept in the field. That's the same thing that's going on here. It's the same shit. Like, you see it in like every culture, every aspect of our society, every industry. Like, if you are super cheery and positive about this system of exploitation that we have in place, and make no mistake, if you are a working class person in this country, you've been exploited for the past at least 30 or 40 years minimum, depending on which industry you're in. Because if you look at just go to Google and search it, like charts where they show company profits versus worker productivity. That's how much your work is producing. For most of our country's history, they were kind of mirrored each other. But then, starting with Ronald Reagan and the deregulation of everything and all this trickle down shit, um, you notice that corporate profits have started to climb, climb, and climb, while workers' wages have stayed the same. But our productivity has climbed and climbed. So we're basically producing more and getting paid less. That's exploitation to me. I don't know how how you see that, but regardless, these companies and the system that we have, this economic system we have set up, is basically exploiting, exploiting the working class and middle class, and just sucking all the money from our pockets to the wealthy. And if you are positive about that system, you will get rewarded with career advancement, with job placement, all these things that people are always talking about. Like, I need to be positive and manifest, my destiny bullshit. Um, you'll get rewarded for being positive about things that are negative for the masses of society. Um, but you're never going to see anybody get rewarded for being positive about things that actually help people. Um, and if you don't believe me, go to your work and be positive about the fact that You know, you and your coworkers should be paid enough money to live. Just be positive about that. Be positive about the fact that you shouldn't have to spend like 70% of your income on housing or these various other things. Be positive about the fact you should be able to afford childcare. Go out and be positive about those things and see how much that manifests itself into reality. Because people have been trying to be positive about that and manifest that reality for fucking longer than I've been alive. And guess what happens? Uh, they usually get assassinated or thrown in jail or beaten by cops or arrested and disgraced and accused and slandered and all these other things. So when you're positive about things that are good for normal people, working class, you don't get rewarded for that. That doesn't get manifested into reality. You only get rewarded for positivity about negative things that are done to the working class, like these exploitative companies, um, this bullshit stock market that just screws people over, the things politicians do, just the systems in place that we have. If you are positive about them and are willing to overlook and ignore abuse of the system against the working class, and you're willing to not be upset about what has been done to the working class the last 30, 40, 50 years, if you're willing to be positive about those things, you will get rewarded. And then you will think that it's your positivity that manifested it all, but really it's not your positivity. It's your subservience and obedience to the system. That's what you're being rewarded for. And that screws over the working class. So stop being positive about stupid bullshit. Be positive about things that actually help the working class. Not just you. Don't worry about just you getting ahead, you selfish son. Be positive about things that help the working class. And watch how you don't get to manifest that into reality, because you're going to get punished for it. I've been getting punished for it for the last 15 years, okay? I tell you, at any job in this country, you see positive morons elevated up the chain of command every single time. And it's not because they're any more qualified. It's not because they work harder. It's because they are not willing to say anything negative about the system that is screwing over people. Sometimes they're too stupid to realize it. Sometimes they realize it and they just don't say anything because they want to advance their career. So please, if you catch people on this positivity manifesting reality, just don't buy into it, please. Don't buy into this Tony Robbins, Joel Osteen BS. Like, it's a con game of the highest degree, and the only reason it works is because you're being rewarded for helping the system screw over people. You're being rewarded for putting forth a narrative that the system is good. The system's okay. It's not the problem. All you got to do is just be happy, baby. Be happy. Be happy about the fact you're getting paid less than it costs to live. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Don't ever try and change the system. Don't ever try and change it. Anyway, love you guys. I need to head to the gym. I just wanted to address this positivity thing. Hope to see you guys again. If you digging what I was saying, like, click, share down below. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Peace.